So today we can start with the merge transformation. What is the merge transformation in SSIS? Merge transformation can be used to combine the two shorted input data sets and it will return as one output. So in SQL Server, it is very similar to the union transformation set operators in SQL Server. So in the real time, where we supposed to use this merge transformation? So in the real time, for example, where you have a situation, you have a two source systems. One is SQL Server, another one is Oracle, or else another source systems as well. Okay, any two source systems which is having the same data. For example, in my SQL Server, customer data is there. In my Oracle also, customer data is there. Okay, I would like to combine them while loading the data. Okay, I would like to combine them while loading the data. So in such a case, we can use the merge transformation. So first, let's create the new SSIS package. Let's rename it as okay. So merge transformation basically used to combine the two shorted input data sets. And finally, it will return as one output. So whenever we are using the merge transformation, some conditions we're supposed to follow. The conditions are the input data, it should be sorted. That means either ascending order or descending order, it's supposed to be sort the data. And the second condition is the number of columns and their respective data types should be the same. What does it mean by the number of columns? Means, for example, from one source I am getting 3 columns, from another source I am getting 4 columns. By the time this merge transformation, it should not work. So from the first source, if you are getting 2 columns, then second source also you're supposed to get only 2 columns. Okay, then only it should work out. That is the meaning of the number of columns and their respective data types. Means, for example, I have a one data set like this. I'm writing the query. Okay, for example, this data set is coming from the SQL Server. Okay, customer data I'm coming from the SQL Server. Okay, this is cust ID, cust name. These 2 columns just consider from one data set. This is the another data set which is coming from the, for example, Oracle. Here also the same table, same column names. Okay, or with different column names also, but meaning is the different. Okay, so the first condition means the input data, it should be sorted. Means, so we supposed to sort the data inside the SSIS. The second condition is the number of columns. Means, in first data set we have 2 columns, in second data set also we supposed to be there 2 columns only, and their respective data types. Means, for example, this is the integer. Of course, the first column position, it is also an integer. For example, here in first data set I have an integer. In the second data set, if it is a varchar or something, it is a different data type, it should not work out. So if first is integer, then in second data set also it should be the integer. Okay, that is the meaning of respective data type should be the same. Okay, and the third condition is it should allow only 2 input data sets. For example, here you have only 2 source systems. That's what you are using the merge. For example, you have another data set as well. You want to combine the data, that data set also. By the time this merge transformation, it should not help you. Okay, that is the meaning. That's the meaning. It should support only 2 input data sets. Okay, here I have given this some example. SQL Server customers, Oracle customers, MySQL also we have a customer. So in this case, merge will not support you. Only it should allow 2 input data sets. Means you can use only the 2. Okay, so let's jump into the SSIS. Before that, let me tell you the requirement. So this is one server actually, MS SQL 2019 new. Just consider this is a one SQL server. I have another SQL server, that is MS SQL underscore B30. These two are different servers. So just consider these two are my application databases. So in both the servers, I do have a database, AdventureWorks 2019. So here I have a one table which is person dot person. Okay, person dot person. So I would like to consider business entity ID, person type. Okay, first name, middle name, last name. Okay, this is coming from this MS SQL 2019 underscore new. The same table, the same data, I mean, coming from the different application database server. This is this one. Okay, I would like to combine these two data sets results and load it into my target, that is SQL B13 database. Okay, for example. So how to implement this? So first take the data flow into the control flow. So if you double click on this, we are inside of the data flow. Okay. So here, what is my source? Both are SQL servers. So obviously I can use OLDB source. Okay. For example, this is the one I would like to create the connection. So if you click on new, yeah, my first source is MS SQL 2019 underscore new. Here, my query is this one. I'm getting the data. Okay. I have another source. So this is pointing to my another server, that is MS SQL underscore B13. So here also I have written the query. Yeah. I would like to combine these two sources data and load it into a target. So what I will do, so I will take the merge transformation. So just merge input 1 and this is as a merge input 2. But if you see here, it is showing something like an error message. Okay, merge dot inputs must be shorted. If possible, short the data. So if you observe here, one of the condition, the input data, it should be shorted, the first condition. So what we supposed to do, how to short the data means, in SSIS, we have a short transformation to short the data. Okay, first take the short transformation here. Okay, so just simply map this and double click on the short, and which is the key column, business entity ID is the key column to short the data. Okay, so I have given business entity ID, I have selected here, and output alias also the same, and the short type is ascending I am keeping, and the short order position, it's supposed to be start from the 1. Okay, that is what the meaning of everything. Okay, so now another short transformation to short the another data set. Okay, double click on it. Here also business entity ID, the same thing, ascending order, and okay. So here I have shorted. So I am mapping this merge input 1, merge input 2. If you see, the error is gone. If you double click on this, here if you see, this is the output column names based on input 1 and input 2. Okay, now what I will do, I will take the OLEDB destination to load the data, or else I will take the Excel as a destination. Okay. Oh, this is the source. Sorry. Excel destination I would like to take. Excel file I would like to produce. Okay. So I have mapped my blue line to my destination adapter. Double click on the destination adapter, create the connection. So click on new. Here, where you want to save this file. For example, in my output folder, I would like to save this file. Okay. So simply give customer information. Okay. Dot XLS I would like to. Okay. So sheet also you supposed to be create. So click OK. Okay. Now select the sheet with dollar sign. Okay. Always try to select the sheet with the dollar sign. Okay. Go to the mapping and click OK. Now I would like to execute my SAS package. If you see here, one data set, it was returning 19,972. The same number, it was returning from another source. Both are combined and it was loaded this 39,944. Okay. Finally, the data got loaded with the help of merge transformation. Okay. Let's check the data. Let's check the data. Yeah, here if you see, it is, I was double click. So here if you see, all the records got loaded. Okay, totally how many? 39,944 records. It is got loaded. Okay, so this is the way we can use the merge transformation.